This beautiful package right here graced my doorsteps and I am ecstatic. Hourglass sent over the new liquid blushes. These are all the colors. We're going to swatch them, put them on, talk about the texture. We're going to discover this blush formula together, but I am so excited. I know you guys are too because of all the messages that I've seen. I did post about this release on my Instagram and on YouTube, and I had a lot of feedback wanting a review on this, and so I am very excited. There is a blush marathon. I just reviewed the Chanel blushes. I have all the Rhode blushes as well. Now those took forever to come in. I think I purchased them last month. They sent a couple over and then the other 4 later. So I'm going to do a video on that as well. I think this is going to be the blush week. We're just going to test out all the blushes, and I promise I will have a blush roundup because there's just so many new blushes. For now, we are testing out the Hourglass. I am excited. Grab yourself something to drink. I have my Star Wars mug. Actually, this was a gift for Andrew for his Father's Day at one point. My favorite coffee mugs are dirty, so this is the next best thing. So I have coffee. Grab yourself something to drink and let's get started. I have actually thrown my phone on the floor because it kept making the buzzing noise because of the cameras. There's movement and I don't know how to turn that off, so I just threw it on the floor. Had to go pick it up again because I don't know the details about this release. These are the Unreal Liquid Blushes. They are $36 each. You get 0.34 ounces and it comes in 7 shades. It says it's a light coverage, a natural finish, a liquid blush that visibly plumps with hydration and delivers unreal buildable color for a natural finish that stays in place up to 12 hours. And they also sent one of their brushes. This is the number 15. I will say I discovered Hourglass brushes in the past year and I have fallen in love with them. Some were sent to me, but most of them I've purchased myself and I love them. So when I saw that they included a brush, that's exciting. Okay, so this is how the little packaging is. It's tiny. It's the size of my finger without the nail. So they're tiny and they have a soft area right here and you just press that and the liquid comes out. I am barely kind of pushing and the blush is coming out. Let's see the formula. Oh, it's very, very liquidy, soft. It feels hydrating, but seems to dry down. Okay, it seems very nice, luxurious, thin, very, very thin. This was the color Scene. It has a little sticker right here. Let me swatch them all on my hand and show you guys. I have swatched them all right here, but I didn't think this through because I can't show you. So I'll insert a clip with all the swatches right here. All of the colors look beautiful. I like that there's some more muted ones, some brighter ones, some deeper ones, some orange, red. I'm actually quite excited about all of these colors and I'm just excited to put them on. Now let's wipe all of this off. We may need a makeup remover. I am gonna start with the lightest one, which is called Scene, and it is described as a soft, warm pink, and you have to shake it so the product gets all mixed up. Then I'm putting one, well actually that was more of a half a dot. Taking the brush and working the product, oh, that color is beautiful, but I'm working the product into the brush. This brush seems to be more of a stippling brush. I don't know if you can tell right there that you can definitely see that there's less fibers at the top, and as it goes down, there's more, which is really nice for liquid blushes. So let's put this on here. Okay, the color is beautiful. And it's just blending in. Like I am doing barely anything. I'm tapping this. I'm not necessarily swiping it because anytime you put liquid on top of another liquid, when you start swiping it, it's gonna move the product. So you kind of have to be a little bit more gentle when you apply all these products. That blended in so fast. Wow. Wow. I am actually a little bit surprised. It has radiance to it. The color is stunning. And I mean, I have right here some sunspots. I am wearing the Fenty foundation. I have it right here because I know I'm going to have to touch up in between. And I don't see things removed. I also have powder on my face. And if anything, I feel like this has smoothed out and kind of blurred this area. Wow. This is straight up liquid. It is not creamy or anything. It's liquid. And it's beautiful. The texture is very, very thin. So I'm going to try to build this up just a little bit. And you've seen that I've tapped and kind of slowly blended the product in. So it blended the product in really nicely without me having to do much effort and move the product underneath the foundation. I'm actually so surprised how fast and easy that was. This color is stunning. Scene. Wow, that is so beautiful. The finish is gorgeous. Compared to, let's say, the Armani, because those are liquid, I feel like these are more liquid and easier to blend almost. They have more of a glowy finish as well. So they are different. Let me swatch it real quick. I pulled out my Armani blush just to kind of feel the texture. Okay, so the Armani has a little bit more of a creaminess to it, a little bit thicker texture. The Hourglass is liquid, like a serum, very thin, and it just kind of blends in. Armani has a little bit more of a texture to it. None of them are a bad or a good thing. It's just different formula. And because of how liquid and just serum-like the Hourglass are, it was much faster to blend this in than the Armani, for example. I love the Armani. So I'm not saying one is good, one it's bad. I'm just saying the blendability of this one was much, much faster than the Armani. Here is the color Scene, which is described as a soft, warm pink. I am so excited. I need a sip of coffee. Next, we have Whim, which is a bright pink. And I'm going to put a dot right there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to wipe the same brush. I really like the way this applied it. I will try some of them with a different brush, but I think the size of this one is really nice because it's not too big, and because these are so liquidy and serumy, it doesn't just go everywhere. So I'm going to wipe this real quick. Okay, I also have a spray to clean these in between. So I'm taking this color, and it's definitely much brighter. I'm trying to work it evenly onto the brush. And, oh, I need a mirror. These Armani bronzers have been so used by me, not just because the product is incredible, but the mirror is such a good mirror. Okay, let's try this color here. That is also such a stunning color. This also blends in so easily, seamlessly. And this is definitely brighter, just a brighter pink, but it's not too obnoxious. Okay, so here is the lighter one, which is called Scene. And here is Whim, I think. I'm so bad with names. Yes, Whim, which is a brighter pink. It almost looks a little bit more neon-y, but not too much. Like, it's very wearable. In person, I definitely see a bigger difference than like on the screen. So hopefully the camera will pick it up. I'm just looking really up close to see if it kind of lifted any of the foundation, powder, concealer. I have a lot under here. Here I have just some like spots, pimples. But yeah, everything looks good so far. I almost feel like the Scene is a little glowier, maybe not, than the Whim. I don't know, they're both beautiful. What do you guys think? I think I'm just gonna put a little bit more just to see how bright it can get. I'm gonna wipe off either way. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more right here. Yeah, these are very buildable. They can get really bright. Wow, I love it. There's definitely a difference. This is brighter, almost more neon-y like I mentioned. And then this is a little softer, more everyday, just a softer pink. And then the brighter one. And here we have Whim, which is described as a bright pink. Let's move on to the third shade. It is Vision, and it is described as a true rose. I am testing out a different brush. This is a Refer number 4. Let's see how it works. We're gonna put it here. This one is definitely brighter than I thought it would be. It applied quite a lot of product. I am going to take my foundation brush and just make sure it's not going everywhere. That's probably my fault. I think I added just too much on the brush, but it's still beautiful. Even though I applied quite a lot initial application, I feel like it blended it really nicely. There's no patchiness. I just brought it in down here, maybe a little too much, but that is a beautiful shade. I think this is gonna be very flattering across the border. It's not too pink, it's not too mauve, it's not too warm. I think it's a beautiful, like a rose color for sure. Although I have many roses now, and they're not all pink, I'm just saying. I do have my little obsession with my roses. I love my roses. But here is the color, and the brush did a really good job. I want to try it with my Real Techniques brush as well, because this is synthetic. Here is the color Vision, and it is described as a true rose. Next, we have the color Moment, and it is a warm peach beige. I am so excited about this color. I am gonna actually put it on my palm because the rest of my hand is dirty. And I will take my Real Techniques brush and work the product in. And let's apply it here. Let's see how this works. I mean, this brush from Real Techniques, it is probably 13, 14 years old. It's one of my favorite blush brushes. I've been practicing saying that, by the way, in case you have noticed that I don't mess it up every time. It's because I've had practice. But I love this brush. It lasted so many washes. Again, it's incredible. I think they've changed the brush throughout the years, and now it's described as all over face brush. Ooh, I'm not 100% sure. I will try to link it down below, and if I forget, remind me please, because I will definitely forget probably. I am adding a little bit more of this blush. Oh my gosh, the finish is so beautiful. Look at that. This is definitely a little bit more peachy, warmer. It's not too much though. Sometimes if they are too beigey almost, on me personally, they can look a little sickly, but that is beautiful. I love this color. I think this is going to be a very popular color for people who just like softer blushes. And here we have the color Moment, and it is described as a warm peach beige. Next, we have the color Future, and it is a warm coral. Again, don't forget to shake these. And this color is kind of exciting. I'm gonna go back with my Hourglass brush. I've just kind of wiped it. Didn't give it a full cleanse, but wiped the color off. And let's go on. I like this brush because it's applying less and softer. So with the other ones, I kind of felt like I had to be a little bit more careful where I place the product just because they were bigger. So I think if you find a brush that is just a little bit smaller, it's just easier to apply and you don't have to be careful at all. Okay, that is beautiful. I think this is my favorite so far, this color. I just really love coral blushes. I've built it up a little bit more. It's stunning. It's a little warmer than the Spicy Marg that I've used in a few videos back. I really like that one. That one has a little bit more pink in it. This is warmer. It's not orangey necessarily. It's definitely still coral, but on the warmer side. Ooh, I think this is, so far, my favorite. Wow, the pigment is so insane that, I mean, I always apply a lot just for the camera, but in person, this is too much blush for me. So I'm going to take my foundation brush and just kind of clean it up a little bit. I just can't get over that finish. It is so beautiful. I want to try another brush, and it is this one from BK Beauty 112. It's a little bit smaller. I'm just curious how this will apply the product. Okay, this is such an intense color. Oh, I didn't tell you what we're applying. This is Imagine, and it is a rich terracotta. Fall, yes. I love fall, and when I hear terracotta, I just think of fall. I need a mirror. Okay, so this brush actually does a really good job not over applying. It's just smaller. So if you have the BK Beauty 112, I like this for this formula. It's synthetic and it works great with liquids. I don't feel like the blush went everywhere. It really contained it. Well, I'm actually glad I'm trying these side by side so we can see the difference. Here is a soft layer of the color, but I will add just a little bit more just so we can see how, I mean, I know it's going to be intense. I know we can get this very intense. I don't want quite that much, but I want to build the color up so we can see it compared to the coral one because they look a little similar. This one definitely seems a little bit on the warmer side, orangey almost. I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and blend in the edges because wow, we are blushing. Again, I would never wear this much blush myself, but I think for the camera, it's important to show you the undertone, the difference. And for that, we need to build up the colors quite a bit. And here we have the color Imagine, which is described as a rich terracotta. Let's look at these two colors because to me they are similar. Here on this side, yeah, it's Future, which is more of that coral. Again, it's warm, so it is pulling a little similar to the color Imagine. This is definitely warmer. In the applicator, it looks more red. Then it applies on the skin. On the skin, it definitely is warmer, almost on the orangey side. There's some depth to it. It's not like a straight orange. So I definitely prefer Future. It has just a little bit more pink in it. Before I move on to the last color, I just have to give a huge shout out to this Fenty foundation. I've been wearing it throughout the video and I wore it a couple days ago as well. It is stunning. It is so beautiful. It acts like a Tom Ford foundation. It has some luminosity to it. It's not too much though. The color 220 is what I'm wearing right now. It's a little peachy, but I do have, I think, 3 different colors from this. I think 230 is the good one. I can't remember, but fantastic. Also, my Makeup Forever HD concealer. It's what I'm wearing today, and I think it's so good. Both of these. I have really textury skin right now. It's peeling dry from the beach, and this combo right here, I feel like it makes my skin look so much healthier. Okay, moving on to the last color. It is called Craft, and it is a deep berry. And I think I'm just gonna try to wear this throughout the day, unless it's way too intense. It does look very intimidating, but we're gonna work it into the brush, and I think we're gonna be able to make it work. I do like berry tones. I think they're so pretty. And again, maybe we can't make it work. I do have a little bit of powder. The powder I'm wearing is the YSL pressed powder. So, okay, this is obviously very pigmented. Yeah, very pigmented. I definitely coated my brush a bit too much, which I like seeing this because if you have deeper skin tone, you need this kind of pigment, okay? You don't need something that works for my skin tone easily. You want something that works for deeper skin tone and it'll show up. So what I do when I have blushes like these that are just a little bit more intense, I will have my foundation brush ready and just kind of go over the edges and kind of calm it down. I am loving this. Okay, this is not warm. So we have one that's not warm. The Whim, the bright pink is not very warm either. This is definitely more in that berry mauve-y tone. I am loving this color so much. And here is the color Craft, and it is described as a deep berry shade. You know what I want to do? I want to take the tiniest dot of this blush and just add it on my lips. I bet this would be a beautiful, it's like a lip tint. Oh yeah. I think this would last long too, just because it dries down. And yeah, that is so pretty. It just gives a little bit of color to your lip. Back to the blush. What do you guys think? This is definitely a bright blush, but I'm actually here for it. I am loving it. I like the tone of the berry shade, that it's not too mauvey, it's not warm, and I really, really like it. I'm actually surprised how much I like this shade. The formula is 10 out of 10. I am not saying this just because they sent it to me. I had every intention to purchase these myself, but wow, the formula is incredible. It will work for anybody. Anybody, it doesn't matter. The finish is fabulous. It's fabulous. It dries down. It's incredible. I absolutely recommend these. If you are looking for a liquid blush, this is it. It's incredible. I'm trying to think if there's any other formula that I have in my collection that's even similar to this, and I really don't think so, because they're just serumy, like very light, yet they dry down. The Say is more whipped, almost creamy, so it's nothing like that. I really don't think I have anything in my collection that's quite like this. The only issue, again, with the packaging, you have to drop it on something. I wouldn't put it on my cheek and try to blend it out. So that's probably a negative for some people. I couldn't care less. I use my hand to pump my foundation, to pump my bronzer, blush, everything. I don't care about that. But if you do get bothered by that, maybe stay clear of that. But besides that, 10 out of 10. They did incredible. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below, and I will see you in my next video, which hopefully maybe it will be the Rhode blushes. So make sure you're subscribed down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.